balcony doors slam so hard the whole railing shivers, and Victor's flashlight beam jumps like it's startled. Eleanor tastes dust and something metallic, like old pennies on her tongue. Then the whispering starts. Not one voice, a crowd, right at their backs. And in the middle of it, a girl's scream cuts clean through everything. Don't let them leave. This is Arcadia Opera House in Florida, the kind of place that looks charming in daylight, all velvet and history. Eleanor runs the place. Victor hunts things like this for a living. Neither of them is new to weird. But tonight, you can feel it. The building is awake, like it's been waiting for the exact moment they step into the balcony together. Junie leads a quiet tour past the curtain. Eleanor follows, hearing floorboards sigh, sensing the building breathe softly nearby. A childlike humming slips from behind the curtain. Junie stops mid-sentence, smiling too hard, eyes fixed on darkness. Eleanor catalogues props alone. An antique music box clicks open, playing a tune she never heard, Dust Dancing. Cold fingers graze Eleanor's shoulder. She spins toward empty air, blinking fast, skin prickling, breath catching hard. Junie avoids the dressing corridor. Eleanor notices powdery footprints near the vanity, too small for adults, freshly made. Makeup smears across the mirror into tiny handprints. Junie whispers a childhood line, voice slipping out, uninvited. The dressing room door clicks shut. Eleanor yanks the knob until her wrist aches, hearing giggles behind glass. Junie waits outside the corridor. The hallway light flickers like a heartbeat, steady, then frantic, then dead. Eleanor steps out 2 hours later, face looking smaller, like the room has been eating her quietly. Eleanor spreads old playbills on a table. Junie points at a child performer's name, hands trembling badly. Junie admits she debuted here. Eleanor hears the same humming again, closer, like it's under the floorboards. Eleanor checks the antique locks. The key turns smooth, too smooth, like unseen fingers guide it. Junie finds a framed childhood photo. Fresh scratches cross the glass, carving the word liar into light. Eleanor studies the damaged photo. Junie's hands shake, as if the building just accused her aloud. Eleanor sleeps in her office. The intercom crackles once, whispering a child's breath through speakers, lingering. Junie walks the stage alone, seeing a smaller version of herself near the wings, tugged backward, silently. Eleanor finds a new handprint on the mirror, fingers stretched like they pressed from inside the glass. Junie recites an old monologue. The empty seats whisper every line back, half a beat late. Eleanor hears a girl say her name from the corridor. She answers, then remembers she is alone. Junie refuses to enter the dressing room. Eleanor steps inside anyway, jaw clenched tight like armour. The vanity bulbs flare bright. Eleanor sees a girl in white behind her, reflected for one blink. Junie hears soft footsteps approach. The corridor air turns freezer cold, crawling along her ankles, slowing her. Eleanor pulls the door open. The room smells sweetly rotten, like spilled syrup hiding mould in corners. Junie grips Eleanor's sleeve. The stage curtain ripples inward, as if something tall stands behind it. So at this point, We've got that humming showing up on cue, a music box inventing songs, and mirrors offering a girl in white like a dare. Junie's photo gets carved up, and Eleanor gets locked in, like the building is practicing. Stories like this are why this channel exists, to document the places that refuse to be forgotten. Because what's coming next isn't random. The Opera House starts choosing targets. It starts using their voices. It starts doing things in front of other people, like it's tired of being doubted. And once it learns it can hurt someone, it stops asking politely. Eleanor watches rehearsal from the aisle. Stage lights stutter violently, throwing actors into chopped-up shadow, breaths visible. A girl in the first row mouths every line. Performers freeze, staring at a seat that looks empty. Victor arrives with cases of gear. Eleanor meets him backstage, pretending relief is not fear, voice tight. Junie watches Victor set recorders. The building answers with a single seat creak from the balcony above. Victor listens through headphones. A sobbing female voice rises from static, intimate, like it's beside his ear. Eleanor climbs the balcony stairs. The air shifts colder with each step, as if temperature has weight. Victor speaks his name into the dark. Something screams it back through headphones, louder than his own. Junie hears that scream too, backing toward the stage, eyes locked on the balcony rail, throat dry. Eleanor finds the balcony door ajar. The latch hangs loose, as if someone tiny picked it carefully. Victor sets a camera facing the seats. The lens fogs instantly, even though his breath does not. Junie hears her old monologue whispered from the dressing corridor. The cadence matches her childhood exactly, wordless. Eleanor opens the archives cabinet. Papers slide out by themselves, stopping at a playbill with a child's photo. Victor tries a solo balcony lockdown. The exit door shuts behind him with a final, satisfied click. The balcony grows so cold Victor's teeth chatter. Whispering gathers around him like insects in grass, circling. Victor's equipment dies one by one. His flashlight flickers. Seats creak in a slow wave toward him. A woman in a torn dress stands in the aisle, black eyes wide, screaming silently, mouth stretched wrong. Victor stumbles out at dawn, vomiting in the lobby trash can. Eleanor watches him like he's aged years. Junie finds new scratches on her arm. Eleanor swears she sees tiny fingernails embedded in the lines. The intercom crackles during a daytime walkthrough. Michaela's absent voice says, "You took my part," softly. Eleanor grips the intercom panel. Victor watches the wiring, seeing nothing connected that could speak at all. Junie gives a tour. Guests point at a child in white entering the wings, then vanishing without sound. Victor checks security footage with Eleanor. The screen shows empty wings, as if reality edits itself again. Eleanor brings in a spiritualist. Stage lights burst at once, raining hot glass across the floorboards. A sandbag drops from the rigging. The spiritualist crumples. Eleanor hears, "She wasn't supposed to speak," close. Junie refuses child tours forever. Eleanor locks her office door, feeling watched through the keyhole, unmoving. Victor convinces Eleanor to try once more. They climb toward the balcony with matching stubborn dread, silent. cold wind circles them in the balcony, whispering presses into their ears, repeating secrets they never shared. The exit doors slam shut by themselves. Victor's flashlight dies, leaving Eleanor's breathing loud, thin, uncontrolled. Junie waits downstairs alone. The intercom carries a child's humming, steady as a lullaby for strangers nearby. After that last night, Eleanor and Victor get found hours later, dehydrated, sitting on the balcony floor, like they've been emptied out. They don't share the recording, they don't share the photos. Junie says Eleanor's hands won't stop shaking when she tries to unlock anything, and the part that sticks is what the opera house chooses to do in front of witnesses. It mimics voices over intercoms. It shows a child in white to paying guests. Then it erases her from the cameras like it wants you doubting your own eyes. I keep hearing that scream, "Don't let them leave," because the doors still know how to close.